Hi there, welcome to Gosford. Now today our destination is up to Caves Beach near Swansea, just south of Newcastle. Now to get there we're going to start the day, we're going to catch this train here and we're going to catch it up to Newcastle Interchange. Anyway, I'll get on and I'll tell you more.
On a 10-car train.
I'll just duck through to a non-quiet carriage so I can keep talking to you. And then once we get to Newcastle Interchange, we're going to change for the light rail and head out towards Newcastle Beach. And once we get to Newcastle Beach, we're going to walk down to the old Newcastle railway station, and just across the road from the old railway station is the customs building, and that's where the bus leaves from to take us down to Caves Beach. Now it's quite a long trip, all in all, from Sydney through to Newcastle is probably about 2.5 hours, and there's a bit over an hour to get down to Caves Beach on the bus. So you're looking 3.5 to 4 hour trip. Now if you're doing it by car, it'll probably only take you about 2 hours.
Narara.
Now the big problem with getting to Caves Beach is that if you're getting there by public transport anyway, the big problem is that Lake Macquarie is sort of in the way. So you got to go south of Lake Macquarie and up the east side of Lake Macquarie, or you've got to go through to Newcastle Interchange and go north of Lake Macquarie and then come back down again. Now, if you want to go south of Lake Macquarie, you could catch the train through to Wyong or Morisset, then you could get a local bus to Lake Haven, and then from Lake Haven you can get another bus through to Swansea, but once you got to Swansea you'd have to change again for another bus to take you out to Caves Beach. Now there's another way of doing it. You can also get off the train at Adamstown, and at Adamstown you could catch the bus we're going to catch from the Newcastle station out front of the customs house there. You can catch that from Adamstown, but you got to get off and you got to walk down a block or two, and it leaves from a bus stop out front of the Anglican church, and I don't exactly know where the Anglican church is. Another way you could do it, you could get off at Katara or Cardiff. Another way you could do it, you could get off at Cardiff or Katara and you could walk to the shopping centre and you could catch the bus from there. But that's a bit tricky too, because you got to walk and then you got to find the bus stop when you get to the shopping centre. So the best way to do it is the longest way, and just go into Newcastle, catch the light rail down to the old railway station and catch the bus from there. Now the whole trip there and back can be done with an Opal card. Now of course if you're doing the trip with a gold seniors Opal card, the whole day is only going to cost you $2.50. If you're doing it on a Friday, Saturday or Sunday and you got a regular adult Opal card, the whole trip's only going to cost you $9. Now if you're doing it from Monday to Thursday, it'll cost you $18 or $19. I'm not sure. They've put the fares up a few cents recently. But anyway, the cost to do it, especially on the weekend and on a Friday, is a very good deal if you've got a regular Opal card. And of course if you've got the gold Opal card, it's an excellent deal.
If you're going to Warnervale, move to the rear 4 cars at Wyong. Change for regional trains and for buses. If you're going to Wai'i or Awaba, Move to the rear 6 cars at Wyong. This stop is Morisset. Use doors on the left in the direction of travel. 9 cars.
That's alright, well,
This stop is Dora Creek. 5 cars. This train will stop at Cardiff.
Well, welcome to Newcastle. Okay. Well, that was a really lucky connection. We just got off the train and there was a tram waiting, so we jumped straight aboard. Anyway, the tram takes 12 minutes to get up to Newcastle Beach, and trams leave, or light rail leaves every 8 minutes.
This stop is Civic.
For your safety, please.
This stop is Crown Street. But to tap on before boarding to avoid a hefty $200 fine. This stop is Queen's Wharf. Change here for the ferry to Stockton. Alight here for Market Street Lawn and Hunter Street Mall. Beach. It is an offence to travel on public transport without a valid ticket. Remember to tap on before boarding. Alight here for Newcastle Beach and Newcastle Interchange.
And of course, don't forget to tap on and tap off when you use the light rail. I was in such a rush back there at Newcastle Interchange, I almost forgot to tap on. Anyway, I did, but... Okay, the station, Newcastle Station, and the customs building, bus stop, is just down here. Now the bus leaves at 2 minutes past 10, so we've got plenty of time. There's the station just down here. Where's Chris? Oh, there she is over there. Okay, there's the old Newcastle station, and the bus stop is just down here, directly in front of the old customs building, which is now the Customs House Hotel. Now the bus we're looking for is bus 14 to Swansea Heads. Now while we're waiting for the bus, I'll just walk across the road and I'll just give you a quick glimpse of the old Newcastle station and what they've done here. Okay, it's not as good as the old days with 38s on the Newcastle Express and all that sort of thing, but at least the station's still here. We'll get back to that bus stop. I think it's due in a couple of minutes. Aha, number 14, Swansea Heads via Charlestown, and hopefully via Caves Beach. G'day mate, we're going to Caves Beach.
Yep.
You're going there? Great,
Yeah.
thanks a lot. Thanks. We're on our way way to Caves Beach. Now, if you've come up from Sydney, you've spent 2.5 hours on the train from Sydney to Newcastle Interchange. Then you spent another 10-20 minutes on the light rail from Newcastle Interchange through to Newcastle Beach. I hate to tell you this, but the bus ride from Newcastle Station back there where we got on to Caves Beach is about 1 hour and 10 minutes. So we're looking at 4 hours from Sydney to Caves Beach, and that's without any interruption. So if you think this is around the world for $2.50, well, you're right. Now, here's Adamstown Station. Yes, there's a bus stop there. There it is. There's Adamstown Station over there. Now, this Adamstown Station isn't listed in the timetable, but the bus driver just told me that you can get off at Adamstown Station, walk across the road to the bus stop, and he'll stop there. Now the bus goes around all the back streets, so you certainly get a good tour of the suburbs of Newcastle. Sit back and enjoy. Welcome to Charlestown. Well, we're back on the Pacific Highway again and heading towards Belmont. Well, I was just talking to the bus driver, and he's saying how the bus terminates at Swansea Heads. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the bus right through to Swansea Heads, and then it's going to terminate, and he's going to turn the bus around, and we've got about 20 minutes to have a look around Swansea Heads, then we're going to come back to Caves Beach. So we're going to get Swansea Heads and Caves Beach in the same day. Well, here we are at Swansea Heads. Let's get out and have a look. Okay, the bus driver just said he leaves at 12:59, and the time now, what have we got time now? The time now is 12:31, so it's taken us an hour and 20 minutes to get from Newcastle to Swansea Heads. Okay, here's the view. Well, we might find a better view than this, but we've only got 1.5 hour. I think Swansea Heads lookout is a little bit further east than the bus stop. But we'll take a little walk down here, but we might get back for that bus that leaves at 1 o'clock. That's certainly a nice place. Looks like I missed out on that one. Well, there's Swansea Heads, or there's South Head anyway. And just down here, it looks like a nice little park on the waterfront. Now, I'd certainly like to take you down there, to the waterfront down there, and have a bit more of a look around, but I think we'll have to get back to this bus. Our bus is still there, and that was a little bit of exercise. Okay, after a very quick visit to Swansea Heads, we're heading back towards Caves Beach now. Caves Beach, just what we wanted.
That's where it's going to be, eh?
Thanks very much for your help. See you, driver. So this is the suburb of Caves Beach. I always thought the Caves Beach was just a beach. Well, that looks like a good place to stay for the weekend. Sold. Another one I missed out on. Oh well, you can't win them all, can you? Welcome to the Caves Bistro and Reception. That sounds good. Well, this is certainly a nice find. I didn't know what was here at Caves Beach. I thought we were heading into a sort of a national park sort of a setup. But I think we'll stay here and have some lunch now. Eventually we'll get down to the beach, into the caves. Well, they haven't got my favourite beer, but I think I might have a schooner of Caves Coastal Lager. That looks pretty good.
No, it is on, but it's the summer. So they changed.
Here's to Caves Beach if we ever get down there. Cheers. Not too bad. Well, this is not too bad, is it, eh? Hey, no, he's good. Wow. Well, that looks like a nice place to stay. Cheers. Oh, yes. What is it? A goat's cheese and pumpkin pizza. Excuse the sunglasses. When I first got them and I put them on, I filmed myself in it. Someone wrote in the comments that I reminded him of Elton John. Anyway, cheers. I'll try the pizza. It's good. It's a goat cheese and pumpkin pizza, but it's got pine nuts in it, so that makes it really tasty. Delicious. Well, that was a great lunch. Time to get down and have a look at the caves now. I think we've done everything except see the caves so far. So what we'll do now is head down. Just go down here, I think, follow that car over there, and evidently the caves are just down there. This looks like a track down there. Ah, beautiful. There's Chris scouting out up ahead. She was hoping to catch the 3 o'clock bus. I don't think we're going to make it. I think it's going to be the 4 o'clock. Ah, there's the Caves Beach Surf Life Saving Club. I'll admit, I'm not really dressed for seaside caving today. Oh, look at that. So that's beautiful. But it's one of those things that you can't really capture the beauty of on a camera. Oh, there's caves everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot of shops here at Caves Beach. Just a small supermarket, pharmacy, just the basics. But it certainly is a beautiful place. Well, 14 to Newcastle. Look at that. That's the one we want. 14:45. Ah, here he comes. Newcastle, that's what we want. Via Charlestown and Belmont. Fantastic. Thanks, Amy. Well, goodbye Caves Beach. That was a very pleasant visit and a really nice lunch. I thoroughly enjoyed the whole day. Now we've got to get home. Now the good thing about going home is that what we're going to do is we're going to get off at Adamstown. And hopefully that'll save us over an hour from, rather than going right into Newcastle. We'll see what happens. Thanks, mate. See ya. Now here's Adamstown station. Tap on here.
quick, up the stairs. Now there was a train to Sydney from Adamstown here where we are at 3:40, but we got in about 3:50. Then a quick look at the timetable, I noticed that there's a Newcastle bound train coming in at 15:55, and I thought we'll catch that to Broadmeadow, and at 16:27 we'll catch another fast train back towards Sydney. We're going to Gosford, of course. So, but if we stay here, we'd have to wait an hour for an all stations train. So we just might as well duck into Broadmeadow and get the fast train, which leaves at 16:27, 4:27. So that should get us back to Broadmeadow, Gosford, about 5:45. Okay, here comes the Newcastle bound train now. We'll grab this and take it into Broadmeadow. Short wait. We'll get the fast train down to Gosford.
This train will stop at Broadmeadow.
Okay, next stop's Broadmeadow. We'll get off here and we'll catch the fast train to Sydney. Yeah, by doing it this way, coming back to Broadmeadow, then catching the fast train, it'll probably save us about 3/4 of an hour. And like, who wants to sit around Adamstown station for an hour? Okay, Adamstown's a nice place, but you know, sitting around the station for an hour, not much fun. Yeah. Ah yes, that's the train we want. Departs in 25 minutes. There goes Adamstown, and if we had waited there for the train, we would have waited would have another half an hour to wait. But we're on our way now on the fast train, so I might just settle back and watch a video, and I'll see you in Gosford. Well, welcome back to Gosford. Well, that was a great day out. It was a pretty exhausting day out. Even doing it from Gosford, it was quite a bit of time taken to do it. Now, if you caught the 10 to 8 train from Sydney, like the one I caught from Gosford, or the one we caught from Gosford, and then you caught this train back, like as you see, we're just arriving back in Gosford at 17:33, so that's not going to get to Sydney until around about 7 o'clock. So you're looking at something like about 11 hours. So it's a pretty big day. And in the description I might put a few suggestions for some of those places you could stay up at Caves Beach. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining us for the day. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week. Bye now.